Hi there, my name is Rosalie Alspa, and I'm the writer and director of If We Be Friends. If We Be Friends is a dramedy about grief, connection, and the power of community. Following the death of their high school theater teacher, 6 old friends who have drifted apart over the years reunite for his memorial service. Over the course of their weekend together, they find themselves resurrecting their self-destructive relationships and romances from their high school theater days. Think The Big Chill meets The Breakfast Club if those characters had met doing theater in high school. It's all very mature. I started playing around with the idea of this script during the first year of the pandemic. As a society, we were experiencing an overwhelming amount of grief. Grief for the people we lost, and grief for the time and experiences that we couldn't get back. And right when we needed them, in-person connection and communities began to deteriorate. And it wasn't just personal communities, it was the artistic and creative ones as well. Independent film, including If We Be Friends, is an important part of the process of bringing that back. Naturally, I began reflecting on all of this through If We Be Friends. If We Be Friends is a character-driven story with a small ensemble set in a single location. This allows us to discover the nuances of the characters, their relationships, and their sense of humor as they face grief in their own way. My 2020 short film, The Hostess, had the same approach and intent, and it allowed us to address the sensitive subject of sexual harassment with an underlying presence of humor. Similarly, If We Be Friends will navigate its heavy themes with character-based comedy, sometimes dark, sometimes about theater. I just love these types of films, and I want more of them in the world, which is part of the reason that I wrote this. In highlighting the power of community, in order to make it resonate, I wanted to bring as much specificity as I could from my own high school community, which, as I'm sure you have already guessed, was the theater community. Disclaimer to my high school friends who are watching this, none of these characters were based on you. You have nothing to worry about. Made up of teenagers, this community is one of the most beautiful and strongest ones that I've ever been a part of, and it was especially impactful during the formative years. When I started writing If We Be Friends, my plan was to get some actor friends together, grab a camera, go to a cabin in the woods, and spend a week filming this thing. That is still my plan. However, funny thing, unions such as SAG require you to pay your actors a minimum amount. You also have to hire crew who you need to pay, of course, equipment rentals, and then all of this needs to be insured. In short, making a feature film is kind of expensive. This is why we need your support. In the spirit of If We Be Friends, we are coming to you, our community, to pledge your support, donate to our campaign, and help us bring this film to life.
If we be friends, or we be more, if vows were made, fealty sworn. Nothing's different now, nothing's different now.